here ahead of the 2015 Boston Marathon. How's the build-up going? How are you feeling heading into the race?
Build-up is going great. Had a couple good races leading into this race, but everything's been going pretty ideal so far. Training's been a lot better than last year. I've been focused a lot on getting my hills built up a little bit since I kind of faltered on the Newton hills last year. And other than that, I feel like everything's going in the right direction leading to Monday.
Do you have a goal in mind, place, time, and anything to accomplish?
Time, not so much, but place-wise, I'm hoping for a top 5 finish, or anywhere in the top 5. I can obviously secretly hoping to win this race. I think there's a lot of guys with better credentials and everything, but going into this top 5 would be the next type of step that I need to do with my career to kind of define myself as a runner.
How important is this race? The scope of looking at the Olympic trials next year, you've got several of the top Americans. How important is it that you do well in this race?
I mean, all the American guys in this race, they will be there. They are contenders for the next trials. I mean, there's probably twice as many Americans in the field that are going to be at the trials. Twice as many Americans in the trials than there are going to be here. But if I can define myself as one of the top Americans in this field against Meb, against Dathan, Camp, make them fear me and know that I can compete with them and be ahead of them in these races, then come to the trials, give me that much more confidence and make them believe that when I do make a move at the trials, that they either have to respond or yield that spot to me, sort of thing. But it's pretty important, just kind of as a stepping stone in my career, just define myself as a marathoner.
Are you planning on running another marathon in between now and the trials?
I will. Haven't figured out which one that will be yet. It might be World Championships if I get the qualifier, and might be something as late as New York, but still everything after Boston's up in the air until the trials.
Going into those, I mean, usually to make the team, I guess you probably have to be around 210, a little under 210. But you've run well maybe on some of the more tactical courses, haven't had a really fast time. Does it worry you that you might not have the PR like a Dathan or you're okay with going in,
it doesn't worry me as much. I do these tactical races because the trials will be a tactical type race. The better I can become at actually racing and responding and learning how to place better, the time will come. That's going to be less important. I'm not a very good time trialist. I've tried that a couple times and run 2:18s after trying to run a 2:09. So it's basically find myself running a lot faster times when I'm actually racing. So that's going to be my ticket to the next Olympics, is just being a better racer.
Compared to last year, how do you feel fitness-wise?
Fitness-wise, a lot better. I feel like I can run the same way I did last year up to Newton, maybe a little bit quicker. And then I got those hills in my back pocket. I've been working a lot of the hill sections back at home in Flagstaff, and I feel like I can tackle that a little bit better and then have a lot more to give in the last 5 miles.
Some of your tune-up races, I think you kind of do some races that aren't always the biggest ones, like those the Star Wars out there.
Right, yeah.
Why do you choose to do some of those small ones as opposed to?
Well, back in January, that was the first week of my training building up to Boston. I didn't want to go to Houston because I knew I'd get my butt kicked. So I picked a race that is a hometown race. My family could come out, and I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Disney was putting on this race, so it's a Disney Star Wars half marathon. I went there and did it as a tempo run. Ended up 1:08, so it's nothing very impressive at all. But after that, I did a couple more other races where I ran 12 pace for a 30K in February, and then I ran the 15K in Phoenix Mountain to Fountain in 450-ish pace, and it's a downhill course as well, kind of simulated this course here in Boston. So just as each race got faster and faster leading up to right now, so I'm just hoping that to carry that momentum forward going into Monday.
And those are mostly about hitting pace for those races?
Yeah, so all those races were about hitting pace. I was hoping to win them. The one in Japan, the 30K, I ended up 5th, but I was just out there just trying to run as even as possible. I was uphill the first half, downhill the second half, so I was negative splitting as that whole race went through, and just basically ended up just getting beat by a few guys that day. And then the race in Phoenix, that was in that downhill race, so I just wanted to go all out from the gun, just running hard. I had a couple 430s in there, just kind of getting my legs just turning over a little bit quicker, getting used to the downhill kind of grind.
What kind of race are you expecting out there on Monday? I don't think it's going to be kind of like it was last year.
Right.
Just letting it go. Is there a kind of race that you think is going to happen?
I think it's going to be still pretty aggressive. Like even if it calls for rain, and I feel like the past couple of days we've had a little bit of a tailwind. I don't foresee it being too drastic of a day, so I think the pace will be a little bit quicker. 63, 64 for the leaders for the half marathon, which 64 would be ideal for me if I can be right there, be perfect. 63 will be a little fast, so I might not be able to keep up and have to be running with a couple of the American guys. But overall, I think it's going to be a little bit more aggressive than last year.
So you're a big Star Wars fan. Did you see the new trailer? Do you have any thoughts on that?
I did not see the new trailer. I'm holding off on the trailers until the actual movie comes out. I'm just going to try not to get any spoilers or any surprises. I just want to go see the movie straight up without knowing anything.
Okay, all right, thanks for the time.